This episode was brought to you by Barefoot Dreams. There they are right behind me. We got their awesome sign here. I also got cozy chic fabric all over the studio because that's what the fabric is called. On the comfiest products I've ever felt in my life, guys. They make so many things. Blankets, pillows, swag, clothing. So now they got some furniture, home decor. I love this brand not only because they're a part of the pop-up show this season, but because I truly am a fan of their products. My wife loves their stuff. My kids. Also want to shout out their sister company, Alpha Pals, that gave us these letters right here. These beautiful letters for kids. They help with learning, reading, all things in between. And guys, for the fact that they're part of the show now, you can actually get 15% off your first purchase by putting in the code POPUP15 and check that out all at barefootdreams.com. Thank you for being here. Let's get into the episode.
Successful comedians right now all have had something happen. Something happened. Something happened. You know, like right now, Diddy would be a really good comedian.
Yo, he probably, that's what he's going to do. He's going
to be a stand-up and just talk about himself. It was like,
Yes, hello. Welcome back to the Pop-Up with Paul and Friends. Guys, you came back, you subscribed. Whatever you're doing to be here, I appreciate being here. I appreciate listening. You know, being in this comedy scene in LA is a lot of fun. I meet a lot of cool people. But this next guy, you know, he's having his I'm going to say this because I don't know if he's really heard it yet. He's having his moment. He's been in the game for a long time. He grew up in the game. He's the king of the game in many ways in this town, and I will talk about it. I'm such a fan of his comedy. I've done some shows with him, but I've known him as a comedian for many years. And now he's here on the couch to, you know, have some fun and celebrate the Netflix is a Joke Fest, which I feel like this is the kickoff of the festival. So this is kind of what this episode is about, too. Put your hands together for the very funny Jack Jr. Assadourian. Did I say it right?
You said it like an Italian would say it.
Yeah, that's all right. Assadourian.
Yeah, Assadourian.
Yeah, Assadourian.
There you go.
I say you're the king of LA, dude, because, you know, before I ever did your show at the Haha, your show is, I mean, it's electric, man. You have your people, you're selling out. Like, I love seeing you thrive in this town, in this world.
Yeah, man. It's been, it feels good to work for something for so long and finally paid off, you know? It's like going to the gym and you're really trying to lose weight and you finally lose weight, which I haven't done. But the comedy's been great right now.
Yeah. Man. Well, I say you grew up in it. I mean, I think your story, and I'm sure you talk about this a lot, but like your parents own the Haha Comedy Club here in the Valley, which is a great venue, which everyone has performed at.
Yeah.
But growing up in that environment, it's like nature and nurture for you. But when you watch you perform, I know you grew up in the club, you're naturally hilarious. Yeah. Like you're born with it. But also that really helped you.
Oh, totally. I mean, I watched so many comedians bomb. It was like taking a class that I never asked to take. Like I would be in the back running sound and you just kind of pick up on things, you know. You can kind of feel like what audiences like, how audiences are evolving, what to say, what not to say, what works, what doesn't. You know, it just kind of like I wasn't trying to do stand up. I was just in the room. I was a fly in the room, just working, helping my parents run the club. I went from like washing dishes, sweeping, to like I ended up booking the club, and then I thought about being a manager. I wanted to be a manager at one point, and then I was like, I could do this. And then, and then I had some trauma with my ex-wife, and then that's when it really kicked in, and I started doing stand-up. It's
so funny you say that. I can relate to, like, I didn't do stand-up till a little bit later, and it's like I'm married with kids now. Now I have stuff to complain about. It's like when you really have life happen, like I can get to the stage, and I have real stuff to joke about.
100%. That's why I feel like guys that really went through something, like the ones that are the successful comedians right now all have had something happen. Something happened. Something happened. You know, like right now, Diddy would be a really good comedian.
Yo, he probably, that's what he's going to do. He's going to be
a stand-up and just talk shit about himself. It was like, I got touched by Harvey. I don't know.
He's going to come up with some trauma story for himself to co-sign his behavior. But you know what, dude? After he loses all the music rights, that's a good idea.
That's so crazy.
I have this question. Do we still listen to Diddy? Like, you still listen to Michael Jackson, of course.
Yeah, I still listen to Michael Jackson. Diddy was a real big part of my high school. Like,
me too.
All of his music were like I remember listening to his music now. Like you kind of like, oh whoa, he was kind of telling us, but like back then, like those were like I remember my ex-girlfriends with those songs. So
Yeah.
I haven't really listened to Diddy since that because they remind me of my ex-girlfriends. So I kind of, but yeah.
But as a public, like it's so funny with this when this happens. You like someone gets canceled, we find out how terrible they are.
Yeah.
But how do you cancel the music? Because like I'm not turning off Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
But I could do without Diddy and feel okay about it. It's like, is it about the music? Is it about the songs?
Well, I mean, a lot of the songs Diddy wasn't really known for his own music. He's always in the background collabing and saying, "Take
Dancing,
that,"
looking
dancing.
for the boys.
Yeah, he wasn't. He was just in the. Like now we know why he was in the videos.
Right.
Suge Knight today being all up in the videos.
Yeah.
He didn't. There's not. If you tell me like name me one Diddy song that you're like, I don't have one. There isn't one that like if you name me Michael Jackson, you name me Usher, even Justin Bieber, like I'll name you a song that I really like,
This is the challenge we have though with the world we're in now where people are getting canceled. It's like the art, like when do you pick? It has to be good enough.
Yeah.
Like who's the director, the creepy director?
Harvey Weinstein.
No, he's the producer.
Oh, I don't know.
What's his name? Tim. Oh my gosh, Woody Allen is another example.
Woody Allen.
Do you watch Woody Allen still? I don't know. Like where's the line?
Yeah. I just think the internet. I mean, I think that the world's always been like this.
Yeah.
It's always been like this, but now that it's like everything's so fast and everything gets shared right away, and the internet's just huge.
Crazy.
So everyone's getting exposed. I think the world's always been disgusting.
Yeah.
Now we're just aware of it.
Sure.
Now we have to adjust and adapt and the whole thing.
It's up to you what you want to listen to or watch after
Yeah.
we hear about these things. But
100%.
are you still watching the Cosby Show or?
No, I never watched the Cosby Show.
Okay.
I was more of a Family Matters guy.
Me too, actually. We might be similar age.
We're the
with
same
the
age. I'm
references.
38.
Oh, okay. I'm 36. So we're very
I'm
similar.
Family Matters. I grew up on Full House.
Me too.
I always wanted to be white because of Full House.
Really?
Yeah. I thought it was normal to have that. And now I have a Full House. I have 5 kids.
And you're like, which character in Full House do you identify with the most now as a dad? You're not like vacuuming like Danny Tanner, are you?
No, it's my wife. I think I'm Uncle Jesse and what's this called? Joey.
Combined.
And then I'm also combined. I'm a huge Friends fan, so I'm like Ross, Chandler, and Joey all together.
You're all the guys.
I'm all the guys. Like I think I take a little bit from everybody.
Yeah. Depending on the race of people who see me, they think I'm a poor man's Ross the way I look.
Yeah.
Like Ross Geller, which 100%. I always was insulted by, but whatever. I guess he's
you are, or you look like Ross, like big
Thank
time.
you.
I just noticed it right now.
Yeah,
wow.
Well, thanks, Jack. Thanks for coming on, Jack. It's my half-baked impression. So you grow up in this world.
Yeah.
I think what's funny about your story too is like, you hear people who get into the family business and kind of resist it, like you were saying, but like that's when their parents are like podiatrists, and you're like, I don't know if I want to get into feet, but like you're like. What your parents did was so cool. It's like had to have been an easy choice once you realized you could do it, because like it's so natural when you watch you now. Like even if I never knew about your history.
Yeah,
you're a comedian.
Yeah. It was I didn't become a comedian until I was like 25.
Okay.
25, and like even that the first year I was only doing like one open mic a week. And it was more for a healing process from my divorce. When I was 18, my dad told me, if you want to be a man, my dad's Armenian. He goes, if you want to be a man, my dad's like, kind of like Italians. You get out of the house, leave the house, and go find a job. So that's what happened. I moved out of the house and I was 18 years old. I was living on my own. I was going to school part-time, working. I was like working. And then I met a girl. We got married, had a kid, and then we got divorced. She was crazy. She kidnapped my son up north. It was a whole drama, court fees, that, and I lost my business. I lost everything. I was depressed. I wanted to kill myself, and I'm sad. So then I asked my dad for money and help, and my dad didn't want to give me no money. He goes, do open mic. Because I wanted therapy, bro. I really needed therapy, but comedy was what really saved me.
Wow. That's amazing. I didn't know that about you.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Dark, bro. It was really dark back then.
Yeah, but you know what's great about that is like the light that comes from that experience has changed your life.
100%.
So it's kind of crazy to see. And I think a lot of like hard things makes life, you could find, I don't want to be like everything's fine, but it could lead to greater things. It's like you're challenged to push yourself maybe.
Yeah, like the thing said, this too shall pass. Like everything. There's always, if you just keep fighting, it's going to get better, dude.
Yeah.
100%.
Well, here we are now. I mean, in my mind, maybe this is the Italian show off pride. Like, do you hit up the ex and go like, hey, I have 3 Netflix as a joke shows coming up, and thanks to you.
I actually thanked her on the podcast.
Oh, you did? Oh, good.
I thanked her and I said, I was really mad at you. I hated you for a long time, but whatever you did to me, it created this person, this guy that's like a fighter, and I didn't give up, and I started something a completely different. I literally started just doing stand-up comedy. Like I was a salesman in T-Mobile I was a regional sales director for T-Mobile. I was making $100,000 a year selling cell phones in a mall. I was doing well at 24 years old. That's huge.
Yeah.
And I gave all that up to do stand-up. And when I tell you, I had lived in with 4 roommates, 5 roommates. I was on a couch. I never went back home because I knew if I went back home, I wouldn't have been in anything. So I struggled. I was selling dope at one time. I was just hustling, just trying to make it, you know.
Which you have to do in LA. It's an expensive city.
100%. If you want to live in LA, you need to be a drug dealer or a doctor.
Yeah. Which like this generation, like coming over just thinking it's like hunky dory social media. You got to make your rent or whatever it is, and then go do the fun stuff.
Yeah.
I struggle with this. I talk about this on stage about like raising spoiled kids, raised Italian and a little Irish. Old school is in my blood. I also want to be new school, but I respect. Like now, it's almost like some people be like, "Oh, your dad said, get out of the house and work." I worry that parents now are like
they don't do that,
too coddly. But look at how you molded a diamond.
100%.
Because you had to.
I had to. You have no choice. Whenever you have no choice, like you got to figure it out. Right now, my kids, like I tell my wife, like my son's 20 right now. My son, my stepson, he's 20 years old, and I'm really trying to teach him like the values I was raised, but my wife thinks I'm being too hard on him,
Me too.
And I'm just like, yo, man, like this is the problem with this generation. Is these kids, all they want to do is just TikTok and have a viral video, and think, oh, I made it. Like even if you have 10 viral videos, you still haven't made it. You know, I know so many comedians right now. I'm not even comedians. I know so many TikTokers right now that have like 1 million followers, right? And then that's like they're making a good living off ads and all that, blah blah. But when it comes down to it, can you really live off that? No. Are people paying to come see you anywhere? No, because you're dancing or just like now these TikTokers are coming to me asking, hey, can you help me do comedy? You know, I helped out a few of them and they're doing great right now.
Yeah.
It's just you need to have some kind of I want to say talent, but like a lot of TikTokers are talented, but like something where people are going to come pay to see you, whether it's music, comedy, drama, acting, whatever it is,
There has to be a business mind on this. I learned this later as well. I mean, this is what this show is about doing. It's investing in yourself in a way that can be sustainable, which you don't think about this business in the beginning. But also because of our dad's generations, like I do worry as well. It's like, where is the line? Because we are different generations. You're doing better now. It's like you want your kids to be happy, but you can't like...
Yeah,
and what's weird in LA too is if you're doing really well, you're making good money, and like you're providing for your family. If you kick your kid out at 18, it's almost like it'd be frowned upon. If you like, right?
I remember this is the eye opener to me. I remember when my son got his car, and he was 16, and he drove and he ran out of gas, and he called us because he didn't know how to pump gas, and I go, what? I was like, huh?
You don't.
You don't know how to pump gas? Like I remember like. You were in my car 1 million times. Like when I was little, I was paying attention to everything. We didn't have GPS back then. We would look out the window. We didn't have cell phones or iPads back then. We would literally look out the window and we'd memorize streets and it's just that's gone now. Yeah. It's just so crazy.
Well, that's the other thing I say it's generational because these kids just have so much more than we had in terms of technology. And I don't want to sound like a boomer over here, but like we
sound old as hell right now.
Right?
We sound so old. The other day, yesterday at the show, I was so mad at the DJ because I'm like, dude, why are you playing this hip hop? I remember when hip hop was great in the 90s, and I'm like, oh my God, I sound so old,
I know. I guess it's just a natural evolution. Like I sound more like my dad now too.
I sound just like my dad.
Do you?
Yeah, man. It sucks.
Well, you're so funny on stage about your culture because you're half Armenian, half Mexican, right? So in what ways does one come out more than the other? Or like does the Armenian dominate with the parenting, or is you just a full mix? Is that a weird racist question?
Honestly, I parent like a white person.
So you do coddle them.
Yeah, I literally it's just I don't know, my wife's I try to be the cool, fun dad.
Yeah.
But honestly, like I do probably I want to be fun and cool and like invite my kids. Like, tell your friends to come over, have sleep over.
Yeah.
Order pizza. It's on me. I just whatever you want. I'm trying to be like that fun dad. But then it's like there's no my wife is so chill, and she doesn't discipline the kids at all. So I'm the disciplinary guy.
Right.
So I try to be the cool guy, but the Armenian side takes over sometimes, and I'm just like,
you gotta lay it down.
I gotta lay down the law.
I understand that though. I think I'm similar in a way as well. It's like because of what you're so close to how your dad raised you too. So it's in the back of our heads, right? You know how good that was for you.
Yeah, I was never scared of my mom.
Yeah.
My mom would hit me and I'd laugh. She'd hit me. I remember the last time she hit me, I was like 12. She hit me with the broom. She hit me, right? And then I blocked it. And then I broke the broom and I went, no more.
Wow.
Ah! And then my dad came out and just smacked me and I went, ah.
You got scared.
You know?
Came like the Armenian Hulk with your mom for a second there. It's like, let's go.
Just hair.
Exactly. It's like the black hair instead of the green body. That's awesome, man. It's so interesting. I love this subject, obviously, because I relate to you. It's like we are parents. I love your comedy, though, too, because you touch on everything about how you grew up. And I do say you're the king of LA because, you know, for a very predominant Armenian culture here, your shows, I just did your show. I've never done like predominantly Armenian crowd.
Yeah.
Incredible. Like you are the mayor of LA Armenia, it feels like.
It's crazy to think that I see some people that come back like twice in a week.
Wow.
They come back twice, and I'm like, they're like, it's because you just do different stuff. Like you're all because I try to when I do these shows in LA because I prepare for my hour for the road for my specials and all that. The shows in LA is like my gym. I just try anything. Like that show you were at, I did 2 hours, almost 2 hours.
Bro, that was ridiculous.
2 hours.
So
almost.
good.
Yeah, and I'm just trying to find pieces and watch the video later. They don't like watch the tape and see if there's anything I can work on.
Brilliant.
You know?
Well, for someone younger in the game, like I watch you, and it's so inspiring because you can tell you're at a level where you're just playing and having fun and funny enough and confident enough to just find the punches. But dude, it's like a masterclass. You're so fun up
thanks,
there.
Man.
It's amazing to watch.
Thank you. Yeah.
It really is, and you could tell it's like your home court. It's your home gym.
Yeah, I'm just whatever. Like last night, I was like, it feels so weird to like I go. I apologize if everything's not funny. I'm making this stuff up as I go along. Like there wasn't like, all right, I'm talking about this person and that person. It just, you know. Yeah. And it's kind of cool. How my favorite thing to do is when I'm making fun of people, and then I remember it, and then I put it all together at the end. You know, that's what makes me like, oh, okay, cool. That's how I'm gonna go, bah, you know,
tie it in a bow. Yeah, people love the callbacks.
Yeah,
too.
100%. That's the best.
It takes years of experience though, but I think also growing up with it, it's like you have a tool belt that was kind of you were born into, so you have it in the back of your mind. There's no lulls in your shows either, like, and I love seeing that too, because sometimes some veteran headliners like don't have that skill set to like roll with the punches like you do.
Yeah. I make it feel like we're at a house party and we're all having drinks and we're hanging out and I'm just talking. Yeah. That's how I like. I don't like being like, all right, here's joke number one. I just kind of just talk. Yeah. Like this, I just talk.
It's the best. Well, the first time I saw you actually wasn't in your home court. It was like some random. We did a show together like a year or two ago with Nikki Paris. Okay. It might have been like Soho or something.
Soho House?
That's when I met you, I think.
Okay, yeah.
But I saw you outside of the like our full Armenian show. So I remember you being hilarious then. Yeah. So it's interesting kind of like seeing you just play. You're like very much you no matter what the show is.
100%. Like. The thing is, I've been doing stand-up for 15 years, and I just started talking about Armenians 2 years ago.
Really?
I never did it before.
Why?
Because I was talking about more my ex-wife, my kid, my child support situation, how she did hurt me. I'll talk about current events, and I was just writing. And then I remember I was talking to a comic. He's like, bro, you need to peel the onion and talk more about your childhood when you grow up. Mm-hmm. So one day I just started talking about how I'm half Armenian, half Mexican, and how I went to Armenian school and how I was bullied. And I finally like vented about how people picked on me and because I wasn't full Armenian. And then I found something. And then I started doing a show called I called it a Middle Eastern comedy night where I would host and I would book like 7 Middle Eastern comedians. And that's when everything started kicking in. They're like, bro, we want to see more of you. Yeah. So I just kept doing it once a week. And then I kind of divided my audience because I was doing the best damn Latino comedy show. And then I was doing Middle Eastern comedy night. I was doing both. And I was doing both. And then finally I said, I'm tired of dividing everyone. Yeah. I'm just do one show called Jack Jr. and Friends. Nice. But the thing is, the Armenians in LA will buy tickets now way in advance. So like I'll be selling out Like I sold this year alone almost 5,000 tickets.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're saying the stereotype that Mexicans are late and slower is true?
One. Yeah. I mean, they wait. They wait. They're like there'll be a Groupon, or I think there'll be a Groupon.
Yeah. We'll just show up. We'll just see what's happening at the door. It's sold out.
Sold
out. Dude.
Sold out.
I feel like I'm allowed because Italians are very similar with that type of thing. Like we wait, we just we'll show up. We're not as organized. I feel like maybe.
No, Italians are always on nice. Maybe I know a guy.
You know a guy.
I know a guy.
I had a joke I want to do the other night that I'll just ask you is why are there so many Italian mafia movies with our mafia, but the Armenians are like, we're just going to keep this private. There's not a single Armenian mafia movie unless I just haven't seen it.
I don't know. I don't think we're there yet.
No, you're there. You're doing so well. You're like with no show business with this part.
Well, I think the reason why there's Armenian. The reason why there's Italian mafia movies because you guys got caught.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You guys are like, we're doing so well.
Well, I do not talk about this one.
No. Like a John Gotti in your world was already killed and nobody knew. He was flashy one day. Armenian mafia was like, see ya.
Yeah.
We're not gonna tell people about this. This could be. You guys are smart.
Don't worry about it. We don't want movie.
We don't need. I learned so many Armenian words too the other night from you.
Did you? Oh, from me?
Yeah, from you and the crowd. It's so funny, dude. It's
funny, right?
Yeah.
It's so weird.
It's funny.
It's funny, man. It's just there's the reason why I've become so popular with the Armenian community is because the stuff I talk about you're not supposed to say in front of Armenian women.
Right.
They're very old school, old fashioned. Like, dude, like let me tell you, when I first started, I was getting threatened.
Sure.
I'm gonna come. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna hurt your family. You're a disgrace. You're this. You stop talking like da 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 da.
Wow.
And then I started raising my ticket price. I'm like, if you're gonna kill me, you're gonna pay $50. You know, so it's been pretty cool.
Smart. Well, I think that's the gift of comedy in all cultures is like your permission to talk about it all. It's like we get the voice box to say things that in culture, you get to present things in a way that's like makes it hilarious. Like I love Don Rickles, one of my favorite comedians of all time.
Yeah.
Said it like it is. And was so refreshing because he would just go for the jugular but be loving about it.
So funny.
Even you, like you roast people, and I try to be this way too, but like you don't dislike you when you're roasting me.
Yeah.
For the most part, unless you get like a tough guy, I feel like you're so likable that it works.
Yeah,
That's the fun of comedy, though.
100%.
I could say this because it's me and I'm having fun with you, and you know you're not mean spirited. Like
Yeah. I don't mean it in a
important.
bad way. I'm just having fun.
And you know from your years on stage and in the club, it's like you have to get the laugh, so you're going to go for the jugular.
100%.
And growing up, though, were you that policed with your voice, though, in terms of like Armenian culture? Like, could you not say things growing up?
This is the honest truth. I went to a private Armenian school, and I wasn't very welcome there. I was very like, oh, look at the half Mexican kid. Look at the weirdo. He's not one of us. And I feel like the little kid in me always wanted to be the cool kid with the Armenian culture, and I wanted to be accepted. And I left the school like in 9th grade, and then I played basketball, I played sports, and then I was just friends with everybody, with Mexicans, with everybody, you know. And then I think when I started tapping into this Armenian, all that pain came out, and I finally became the cool kid that I wanted to be when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like I was really bullied as a kid, like really bullied, and having my parents, I wouldn't go tell them, hey, they're picking on me. I would just take it and shut up and just move on. So now I'm able to like do this, and it's like it feels the kid in me is happy. Like yeah man, like everyone loves me right now.
Wow.
Like for a while, like I didn't even tell people I was Armenian. I would tell people I was Lebanese. Just because like I was so bullied. Like
whoa.
Yeah.
It's such a good lesson in embracing who we are and celebrating it because
right now I'm just like happy to say that I'm Lebanese, Armenian, Mexican.
Yeah.
And but I'm American. I'm from here, so I speak English. My jokes are in English.
Yeah.
You know, I might throw in a few words in Spanish and Armenian, but I'm really proud that I'm finally comfortable in my own skin. And just to be proud of who I am.
It's amazing, man. I mean, look, every artist wishes and wants that. Every person wants to feel that way. And it's a bummer that we can't out of the gate. But it's also part of your journey that's made you really great now.
Yeah.
And what a flex, dude, just to celebrate on this show. 2 sold-out Netflix shows. A third added, which we're going to...
added a third one. Yeah.
Dude. And also, what's even crazier, top 25 Netflix is a joke shows to see at LA
Yeah,
Times.
I was so surprised.
That's incredible.
Yeah,
Dude,
and
that's
the list is crazy.
the list is like with
It's like
Seinfeld.
Seinfeld, Kevin Hart,
Yeah.
Ali Wong.
Yeah, dude.
And then like I'm just pumped up because my friend Nate Jackson's on it too.
No, I know Nate. Yeah,
You know
it's
Nate?
great. Yeah.
Nate's amazing, but it's like to the list when I was just like shocked.
Yeah.
There's so many great. There's over 2,000 comedians in this festival.
Yeah.
And to be top 25 is pretty sick, man.
But what you're saying, I'd love to hear because it's like, you're a good dude. You've worked hard at it. It's not. You are having your moment right now, and it's only going to keep going like that.
Yeah,
you.
I signed with an agent.
Nice.
I'm with WME. I got a
Nice.
manager now. I got a whole team, and it's great. It's like I finally have the support I've been wanting because I've been in this for a long time. And I've been self-made. I've been touring.
Yeah.
I've been touring for the past 8 years. But now to have people working with me and just we're helping, it's amazing, dude.
Yeah.
It's such a different feeling in the world right now. Like I wake up, I got meetings. Like what the hell, Like,
Yeah.
I got a phone call. It's cool.
It's also inspirational for anybody listening and for people like me or anybody trying to do this. You have to wake up every day and go make it happen for yourself and do the hard work.
Yeah.
Get on the road, get on stage. No one hands you, like, people come to you in this business when you're doing well. They came to you because you're doing well.
Yeah, 100%.
You made it. You made them come though. You didn't.
I sold out the 2 Netflix shows by myself.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the doors started.
Yeah.
Like, dude, it was so crazy. Like CAA, one of the biggest agencies,
Yeah.
WME, one of the biggest agencies, we're both like,
It's great.
like pulling my hand like this, like take me here, got me coffee, take me here, meeting, and it finally felt like I was the hot chick.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh my god, they really like me. They really like me. They're pulling my, we want you.
Yeah.
And I let it marinate for almost 2 weeks.
Nice.
Because I was like, maybe they're gonna take me here. Maybe they're gonna take me here. I'm like, oh.
You're like, can we eat here before?
Yeah.
I make a decision?
And then the hardest part was breaking up with one of them.
Right.
That was the hardest part. I was like, listen, I like you. Let's just be friends.
You'll see me around. We'll make winks at each other, but I'm actually dating
but
someone
it was
else.
so cool, man. Shout out to the CA was really Ryan Ferraduny was really when I told him I went with WME, he was really supportive.
Nice.
And that's one thing I hate doing. I don't like burning bridges. I just felt like we still have a good relationship because you see these people everywhere.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So
It's a small, and showbiz, even though we're in this town, it's a smaller world than you think.
oh, it's super small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I love that happened too, because I think we all struggle with this idea that we're sold, and this might be for marriage and everything too. Like, you get this one thing and then it all goes well. You marry that one person and then life is easy. And then you go to LA, you do stand up, and then you get agents and you get in movies. It's never that easy.
No.
And tying to before about like the sustainable business idea, you've been making a living as a comic. Mm-hmm. You've been thinking about it as a business this long.
I've been making a living as a comic for 10 years.
So you've already, but that's what I mean. You've put this work in to establish yourself when no one asked you to.
Yeah.
And it's kind of related to everything. Like kids these days, no one's going to just hold your hand and make you a star or make you. You have to do the grunt work. I respect the hustle of stand up more than anything now, though.
Yeah.
In this business. Maybe Broadway actors.
Yeah.
Because they do a lot of shows in one day.
That's a lot.
But those two, I feel like you really have to sink your teeth in. Mm-hmm. You got to roll your sleeves. You got to eat it for so many years, dude. Bombing.
You got to be a cheerleader for a long of it.
For yourself.
Not even for yourself, for others. Like you got to sit on the sidelines and watch your peers. The problem with this world right now is a lot of people don't want to sit on the sidelines and cheer for other people.
Right.
I was that guy for a little bit. Like I was always angry about why did he get it? Why didn't I get it? And if you have that mentality, you're not gonna make it.
Right.
Once you start accepting and just being a cheerleader and appreciating and being genuinely happy for others, that's how things start turning around for yourself.
Totally.
It's all about good energy, man. It's all about energy. Surround yourself with amazing people.
Right.
I was hanging out with freaking losers, man, doing drugs, drinking. Like, dude, as soon as I got rid of all that, my whole life changed.
It matters, man. I love that.
I bought a house.
Yeah.
In LA.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
bro.
and everyone's like, "How'd you do that?" I was like, "I stopped doing coke."
Yeah. The house payments were the coke payments.
100%.
You just swapped it.
Yeah.
A mortgage or an 8-ball? I don't know. That's awesome, bro.
Exactly.
And you're a family man, so you need your priorities shift. The
100%.
perspective shifts. You want to do well, but I love the cheerleading idea too, because I see that shift in myself, and again, it's this idea we're sold that's not true, where it's like, oh, that person got it and I didn't. No, actually, there's room for all of us.
Yeah.
And you have to make it happen for yourself just like they are. It's not because, I talk to some old timers too, honestly, in this business who are very bitter now.
100%.
And I see them and I go, I don't want to be like that. I'm going to work harder to just make it happen for myself. But then also cheer on, I'm cheering you on. You're killing it. Like, I want to see my friends do well.
Yeah.
You're not going to take opportunities from me. I'm not going to take them from you because we're not the same person.
We're not. And there's plenty of room for everybody.
Exactly. And you see that when you start really doing better. You're like, oh, this guy's here, this guy's there.
Yeah. Let me tell you a crazy story for this is how I got into Netflix. So I auditioned for Netflix Introducing 2 years ago, right? I was in the room. I went to every single audition just to see my competition because I'm super competitive. And my audition was amazing. I crushed it. Everyone said I crushed it. Everyone think I should have got it. I didn't get it. And instead of bitching and complaining and going to everyone, I was like, I applauded whoever got in.
Nice.
And I thanked Netflix, all the judges and everyone. I called them. I said, thank you so much for the opportunity. I understand. It's cool. I get a phone call the next day from another producer for Netflix. It's a joke. Millie. She goes, Jack, I saw you didn't get into Netflix Introducing, but I have something else for you. I go, oh, what is it? She goes, Arsenio Hall is bringing back his show for Netflix. The joke, and he's interviewing Gabriel Iglesias, 805 South, and we want you to come on as the comedic late night set.
Wow.
And I go, what? And I ended up not getting that, but I got something better.
Exactly.
And this was amazing because I know Arsenio Hall, I know Fluffy, and if you watch the episode, you could watch it, you could show it. It's just type in Jack Assadourian Netflix joke the first festival. You could see Fluffy and Arsenio both giving me my flowers.
Wow.
So instead of doing a little 7-minute set, I got a 45-minute set.
Wow.
I did like 15, and then they talked about me, how they knew me, I'm a hustler. It was just a beautiful moment. And so, like I said, there's always opportunity, guys. Just keep your head up. I've done so many showcases and not gotten in. There's so many sad moments. So many times coming home crying. Eating top ramen, dude. Not eating. So just hang in there, dude.
I love that too because we always think we know what our dream thing, like what the ticket's gonna be, and it's always not that. Like, you got rejected, and then you got a better opportunity that was more fitting for your journey.
Yeah, and now I'm the top 25 comedian 2 years later.
That's how it goes.
Crazy.
That is incredible, dude, and so inspiring.
Yeah.
And I hope you sit in that feeling now. Like, that's why I wanted to have you on this week. Like, you're about to do your Netflix shows 2 years later. You're selling out, dude.
And I'm gonna put it out there. I'm gonna do a Netflix special.
Hell yeah, you are.
That's gonna happen.
I can see it happening.
100% happening.
I saw you say it on stage the other night.
It's gonna happen. 100%.
Well, you have to. Again, I said before, you have to believe in yourself too. Like, there's some manifesting that happens.
100%, dude. I read a book during COVID called Think and Grow Rich.
Nice.
'Cause I'm a Shark Tank fanatic. I watch Shark Tank all the time. I mean, if you want to learn business, you got to know business.
Yeah.
So they said to read this book, Think and Grow Rich. I read that book. It changed my whole life.
Wow.
I followed the book to a T.
Nice.
In 2020, 4 years later, I bought a house. I'm working with Netflix. I'm on a show on Hulu called Everyone's Doing Great coming out.
Nice.
You just gotta manifest, dude. Yeah. Manifest, write stuff down, surround yourself with good people, get that burning desire, and put that fire in you. Wake up every morning, get up early. I don't even care if you don't have a job. Wake up at 6 in the morning because people that are making money, it's at 6 a.m.
Yep. Yeah.
Have your phone ready. Be on social media. Be a cheerleader. There's so much opportunity out there. You just gotta go get it.
Yeah. You're plugged in though to the right energy for yourself and for others. That like it is a discipline that you have to do with yourself. That does take a long time. So environment, family. You could feel weighed down sometimes with other things.
Yeah.
You seem very plugged into the track you're on, which just makes sense why you're doing well. You're also on the road all the time, dude. Like you're a hustler. I know this. I know you newer. Past couple of years. I see you. You're hustling. You're responding to fans. You're doing all that requires of this job.
Yeah.
But the growth. It's a business, right?
I just opened up for Fluffy and 2 arenas.
Nice.
That was the best. That was probably the best feeling in the world, dude.
Arenas.
Shout out to Gabriel Iglesias, dude. He had me open up for him, and this is a crazy story about Gabriel. Gabriel actually asked me to open for him 3 months ago, and I turned him down.
Whoa.
And everyone's like, "You're crazy, bro." I said, "Bro, I have sold out shows that people pay to see me. I think it's great that Gabriel wanted me to open for him, but I don't want to. These people, I never had fans like this.
Yeah.
I don't want to let them down.
Yeah.
And then Gabriel actually said, he was like, you know what's crazy? I asked a lot of comedians all over me. They all said yes like this. You were the only one that turned me down twice. He goes, that's why I hit you up the third time. And I did San Diego, Pechanga Arena. And then the next day we did Sacramento. I performed with the Sacramento Kings perform.
Wow.
It was electric, dude.
Wow.
My heart was like it felt like I was on cocaine. It was so crazy. And I crushed it too.
Nice.
I did 2 different sets on each show. He was super happy, super pumped up for me.
Wow.
And full circle. Remember he talked about me on the Netflix thing 2 years ago? And now I'm opening for him. It was crazy.
I also saw the video you posted, which I think I commented. I don't think I told your dad this, how adorable your dad was meeting. Like you just
Fluffy.
talking about, because they know your parents. He knows your parents, right?
When Fluffy first started, he would perform at the club all the time.
But again, a full circle. Like I saw it backstage. Like
my parents put on a lot of comics like that you guys know today.
Yeah.
Like I remember as a kid, I would see like Gabriel Iglesias, Sebastian Maniscalco, Brett Ernst, Maz Jobrani, Brian Callen, Eric Griffin, Adam Devine, Adam Ray, all these comics coming up. You know, just getting up at the hot.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. You know.
Yeah. That's what's also cool about this too. That I do talk about this a lot because this show I romanticize and love the history of stand up, and I love talking with stand ups who are killing it. But that's what this business has always been. Like when you talk to the biggest stars in the world of it, everyone's done shows everywhere. Everyone's done the worst shows, the best shows. This club, that club. Like your parents' club is a breeding ground, and everyone comes through because it's a great venue and you have to work at it. And these guys are just like, whatever. Because I hate seeing comics now that like get to a show and they're like, oh, this is not like, I can't do, like, this is not the image. Dude, you got stage time. Yeah. Stage time is, you just do the work.
What's great about the Ha is the audience is so diverse. It feels like it's a road club. Yeah. Like when you go to like, I love that Laugh Factory, I love the Improv, love the Comedy Store, but you know, it's like they're there. They want to see a star.
Stars, yeah, it's Hollywood.
They want to see a star.
Yeah.
You know, so like they might not even be listening to you sometimes.
Yeah.
You got to really get them. You know, you got to really punch them in the face and go, bah, listen to me, bitch, you know?
Yeah. Ha is unique.
Ha is unique because, like, it's like, okay, these guys are all up-and-coming guys, new guys, you never know. Like, Damon Wayans Jr. started at the Ha.
Nice.
The Wayans family comes to all the time. Chris D'Elia started at the Ha.
Right,
you know?
right, yeah.
So many, Brent Morin, Jason Collins, Will Burkhart now. There's all these, Renee Vaca, who's blowing up right now.
Yeah.
He's a good friend of mine. He used to open for me, and he's killing it right now. You know,
I know him. Is he Indian? No.
No. He says a joke that he's Indian or he's Mexican. But
maybe that's why I know. Yeah.
But there's so many great comedians come out of the Ha, which is we treat them like family.
That's the best, man. I mean, I'm in debt to you guys. I'm grateful because when I first moved here, it was the year 2 of the pandemic, and I did shows outside at the Ha when I first got up here. Some of the first shows I ever did in LA were in the patio. The patio.
Yeah. And I actually built that stage for the NoHo Comedy Festival.
Oh, no way.
And it worked out because we're the only club open for like 6 months.
Yeah, dude, it was all those shows were great.
It was
outside,
great.
hanging out.
It was awesome.
We needed that. Yeah.
I needed that.
I bet.
I was like stressed out.
That was a weird time, but look at us now, man. 4 years later, crushing.
Yeah.
I am curious as a dad. You have 5 kids.
Yeah.
You're on the road a lot. You're hitting it hard. You're having your moment. What do you do? Like, you seem like you don't ever sleep.
I don't.
I think that's what it is for us to be successful. We never sleep, but we hit everything hard.
Yeah, like last night I got home at 1:30 in the morning from the Ontario Improv, and I was up at 6 this morning. You know, and
kids in your face. And
I
stuff?
always tell everyone goes, "Oh my god, you look tired," and I said, "I am tired, but this is the price you pay to be successful."
Yeah,
I always try. I mean, I try to be the greatest father and try to spend time with my wife. Is honestly my biggest supporter. Right now, she's watching the 2 little ones, and she's not sleeping. So and she's always believed in me. My wife, like, we were together when we were 19, and we broke up, got back together 8 years later, and now we're like a blended family.
That's great.
So she's the best. She's the reason. If you want, everyone always asks me, how do you know you're in love? My wife, the reason why I know I'm in love is because my wife makes me want to be a better person. She's the reason why I'm hustling every single day. And my kids are my fuel that motivate me. So it's just like, I wish I could be there more often and like be there and like, you know, I am there for when it counts. But I'm sometimes when I'm home, I'm not even there because I'm like working, I'm editing, I'm emailing, I'm writing, I'm doing that. But I do try to balance. I need to work on that, more balancing the time, you know?
Totally. We all do as parents, though.
It's just hard.
Yeah. But I like that it's your fuel, and also the having someone who believes in you like that is really key because she understands.
Yeah.
The understanding for what we do is huge.
Yeah.
If you don't understand, it could lead to resentment and fights.
100%.
Do you know what I mean?
When she fights with me, something, she was like, "Yo, you think you're some big shot?" I go, "Yeah, humbled me."
Yeah. Oh, a wife will always humble
wife
you.
will humble you.
At least mine.
Yeah,
I mean,
She's like, "You think he's a big shot?" Blah blah blah. And I'm like, I have followers
Yeah.
telling me I do. But you know what she does for me that she makes me happy sometimes? Like she'll put like little notes like she did in high school in my backpack or in my luggage, and she'll write, "I love you.
That's cute.
Thank you for working hard for all of us."
That's so cute.
You know, because like it's hard, man. Like I'm raising my 2 stepkids. You know, like I'm the new dad. I actually have a joke about it now. It's so funny because her ex, like she's like, "I don't want nothing to do with him," but he's like, he hasn't been in the picture like 8 years, right? Now he wants to come back in, and she goes, "I don't want nothing from him." I go, "Well, let's hear him out."
He's like your boy now. He's like
yeah. He's like he follows me and stuff.
He's like you like doing crowd work front row. It's your wife's ex.
Yeah,
he's like, bro.
He's like, bro. He's like, hey, we're like friends. Like, no, we're not.
You said earlier you want to be like the cool dad, but like step parent is always you always don't.
Yeah, you're never.
It's delicate, but no, I feel like you would be the cool stepdad based on how your personality is.
I try to, but the thing is, I was such a like a bad boy. Like my stepkids think that like they think my kids in general think I'm like, oh, I don't know what's up.
Yeah,
I'm like, bro. I remember one time he was high on marijuana, right? And I go, bro, you're high. He goes, no, I put too much. I put something in my eye. Like
You're like, dude.
like I'm like, come on, bro. Like come up with a better lie.
Yeah.
You know?
Wait, how old is your youngest?
My youngest is 1 month old.
Oh, that's right. Congrats.
I just had one. Yeah,
I
I
forgot.
just had one.
Congrats. I remember now because you posted the photo. Yeah,
I
beautiful.
so I have a 20-year-old, I have a 15-year-old, a 14-year-old, a 2-year-old,
Wow.
and a 1-year-old.
Wow.
A 1 month old.
It's a sitcom.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
Yeah.
It feels like one.
It's pretty crazy.
It's nuts, dude. The baby. I know I have 6 and 1, so I know the baby time is. That's why your wife is pulling the duty right now.
It's like I try to get her like help, babysitters, all that. She's just too proud and just
Really?
I got this. Like, all right. Yeah.
And she's Mexican.
My wife's Filipino
Oh,
Portuguese.
Filipino. My bad, dude.
My ex-wife was Mexican.
Oh, so you went once,
Yeah.
and you're like,
Yeah.
yeah. Nice.
Mexicans, beautiful women, beautiful.
Yeah, of course, of course. I don't know if Italian women are any different, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Similar.
Italian women are hairy, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah, so Armenian women too.
yeah. I made that joke the other night.
Did you?
I did.
Oh, no way.
I said that too. I said we're kind of similar. I'm like, all the women are just as hairy, right? It sort of worked, but yeah, I think it's true. We're a hairy culture.
Yeah.
So are you guys.
Really hairy.
Yeah.
I'm only hairy in the front though.
My dad's back didn't grow until like around our ages now. So just watch
Really?
it creep up, dude.
I
Same
mean,
with me.
I see a little spots, but
Do you? I'm prideful.
I trim it.
I'm prideful.
I get like hair right here. You like it? I don't want
I
to
don't
like.
touch anything. I'm like a gorilla under here. I don't touch anything.
Really?
I won't do it.
This is you just all natural?
Natural. Because I'm like, whatever. This is who I am.
No way.
Yeah, dude.
Show me later.
Oh, I was gonna do it now. I was like, let's just get real weird at this point in the podcast. It's all like slow mo music of
There's like
hairy
cameras
men.
aren't even on. Just like
Hey, man, yo, bro.
Yo.
It's getting real Hollywood, late night Hollywood. All right, so here we are now in 2024. I like doing this with you now. By the way, you're having your moment. So remember we did this now.
Yeah.
Come back when you are doing bigger, better shows. Remember me. You come back on the show. But I do want you to sit. I like doing this with people who are being successful, like just sitting in the moment of where you're at. You're about to do these Netflix shows. Just really take in and appreciate, because you're a busy guy.
Yeah.
All that you've worked for that's actually happening right now. It must just feel nice. I want you to feel it.
It feels amazing. Yeah, man. I got like executives coming to see me at my shows, and it feels pretty cool, man. It feels really, really cool. Like, it's just crazy. Like, it's just I've had so much love and support these past few months. It's been unbelievable. You know, to like just walk around the grocery store like, oh my God, can I get a picture?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, I know it started happening like last year. It was a Dodger Stadium game, and then it was like one picture after the other, and I was like, wow,
Yeah.
it's really happening.
Yeah,
and I don't get bothered. I stop. You know who gets bothered? My wife. She's like, there we go, Mr. Famous.
I know. So she'll bring you right down to reality.
100%. She goes, go clean the dishes. I go,
yeah.
right. Yeah.
But don't you think also the validation's good when you start being successful, but I feel like no matter what on stage, because of your experience, you have say the guy who's going to give you the Netflix special comes this week. You're not going to get in maybe for a second, but I feel like you're so good now. You're not overthinking. You have the confidence to know you're Jack. You're going to do great.
Yeah, 100%.
That takes so much practice in stand-up, though, to know.
Yeah.
Once you know, it's like unlocked.
Yeah,
right?
I haven't prepared for a show in 5 years.
That's sick.
I just go up there and I do it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's when you're plugged in, though, dude.
And it's like everyone's like, what about new material? I go, yeah, it's in there.
Yeah.
Like I wrote a new 6 minutes the other day, and I just wrote it on stage.
Wow.
Like I've been so comfortable to be able to go on stage and just to talk, and then like it might get funnier, but it's always funny, I might cut a little fat in the joke, but it's always funnier.
Are you disciplined about that? You'll watch back and carve out and rewrite and stuff?
I watched back when we edited our videos for the Instagram Reels and all that. It's hard to post Instagram Reels because it's like you're only posting a minute 30, so like you can't really see like the whole joke, but it's like, every time you're editing, you see how you said it, and a lot of my comedy it's very animated. I'm up there like I'm painting a picture and I'm moving around a lot, and it's my face and my voice and I take my this, it's like, it's just and you could tell everything I'm saying is authentic because it really happened to me. Yeah. Nothing I say on stage is made up. It's almost 85% all true.
Yeah, but you understand. You're funny. You're so funny and have the experience where something can happen to you and you can go that night and you'll figure out you'll make it punch
100%
right away.
Right away.
That's hard to get. That's like a pro Jedi level stand up though, where right away.
Yeah, I remember when my son was 2 months premature. I had a show that night, and my wife said, "Just go do the show." And I said, "No, we're like, the baby was born, Dylan was born, and he was like, he didn't look good. He didn't look so good that I didn't even post a picture. I said, we're going to labor, and then everyone was like, what happened to the baby? I never posted anything.
Oh wow,
because he looked scary. It was so bad." I remember going to the show and I opened with, "Hey, I just had a baby. He's 2 months premature." I said, "We both came quick. I just came out, right away, And then I said, it's the weird thing about having a premature kid is not the kid, is your friends coming up to me like, 'Don't worry, bro, I was premature.' I go, 'Oh fuck,' like I don't want that,
That's great.
But I wrote that on the spot.
Yeah.
Like it just came out.
That's so funny, dude.
So it's like whenever I'm in any situation, I'm always thinking about being fun. I never turn it off.
Yeah.
It's always on. And that's when I gets me in trouble at the family parties.
Same. Yeah.
I piss people off all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, but when you're making money and you're getting successful with your voice, it's pretty hard to turn it off.
Yeah. Like I make fun of my mother-in-law. I make fun of I make fun of all of them.
Well, it's the venue isn't as appropriate. When people are you're selling tickets, it's appropriate. But when your mother-in-law's mad at you, it's
I'm like, you're getting a free show.
Yeah. I should be charging you over this barbecue. I get that, dude. One thing I'm learning in my marriage, and this has taken many years, is to turn it off just for her. It's the one person I should, and I just don't know how to a lot of the time.
Yeah, my wife gets mad. I call her. I say bitch a lot, but I'm not calling her a bitch. I go, fucking bitch.
It's just in you.
It's just in me. It just comes out.
Yeah, it's not. You don't mean she is one. It's just.
Yeah.
It's loving.
It's loving, bitch.
What's next for you? I feel like you do. Are you up on stage every night these days, or what?
I try to get up 6 days a week.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's sick.
6 days a week at least. But yeah, I'm on tour. I'm doing all of Canada coming up. I'm doing Vancouver, Edmonton, Calgary, Toronto, Montreal, all of the U.S. I'm doing all the major cities in the U.S. So I'll be doing all the East Coast again. I'm doing Connecticut, Philadelphia, everywhere. And that's it. The tour's called You Don't Know Jack. It's me. You Don't Know Jack. It's a mixture of my upbringing of being a Mexican Armenian and being a stepfather and a father and my you never know what I'm gonna talk about sometimes. Sometimes I might even do any of that. I'm gonna just talk about how the weekend was, or
Yeah.
It's always a fun show. I strongly recommend come check me out one time at least, and you'll have a good time.
Yeah, dude, you're a blast. Also, I wanted to tell you that I love that I know you mentioned Sebastian and haha. Obviously, I'm Italian. I love that you said you're doing that for Armenians. You said the other night.
Yeah, I want to know what Sebastian Maniscalco did for Italians. I want to do that for all my cultures.
You are doing it.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
doing
yeah.
it right now.
Yeah. But on that level, you know. Sometimes I go, damn man, Armenians. There's only like 6 million of us. Like, I wish I was Chinese.
You could start saying you are for tickets if you want to go to these different clubs, man.
Yeah.
No, that's amazing though. I think also, I mean, yeah, where is the most Armenian population in LA in America? Probably, right? One of the highest.
LA and Boston.
Oh, Boston. I didn't know that.
Yeah, because from after the genocide, they all came to Boston.
Oh, why up there though?
I don't know. I do know about somewhere up here, but I don't want to say something wrong.
Historical.
Yeah,
everyone's get all mad.
Cause yeah, they all came to the East Coast, and then there's a lot in Fresno. They honestly, Armenians are everywhere. They're everywhere. You know, they're everywhere.
Well, I know them more as an LA thing just because of where I grew up. There's plenty in New York though.
There's just a bunch in New York.
I didn't know it as predominant as I do here. You know
there's a lot in New Jersey.
Yeah, Jersey too. Yeah.
I just did a shout out to New Jersey. I just did a show there. We sold like 500 tickets.
It's amazing.
It's crazy.
You were right by my home state, my home city. I mean, you were right next to you were in Paramus the other day. With Eunice, my boy Eunice.
Yeah, it's crazy. It was the East Coast, because over here, because there's a conflict right now with Armenians and Azerbaijan and Turkey. So it's like in LA, you don't see. I call them they're in the closet. Like there's not people that are from Turkey and Azerbaijan. They're not out. Okay. When I went to New York, they're everywhere. So it was kind of like you know, as a kid, you're like oh these people killed the government, not the people, the government killed our ancestors and all that. So it's like they just teach us that, you know.
Sure.
And then when you finally see one, like whoa, like it's like Bigfoot. Like you know, like I've never seen an Azeri before, you know, or a Turkish person.
Did you go hard in the paint?
I made fun of them on stage. I was on stage. I go, I'm Armenian. Somebody goes, I'm Turkish, and I went, oh fuck. I said, I don't know. I said, you guys killed my ancestors.
Yeah.
And he goes, that was 100 years ago. I go, you admit it, because the Turkish government doesn't admit it.
So funny.
Yeah. Wow. But it's tough, man. It's like what I'm doing is like I want to make all fans, you know. Like I'm not saying Turkish people are bad. I'm not saying Azerbaijani people are bad. You know, I'm saying what happened to there's a genocide going on and there are people getting hurt and it's messed up, man. Yeah. It's like, you know, I think the world is so filled with hate and it's as a comedian, it's nice to be able to like just to laugh and tell jokes and make people happier, make the world a happier place.
Totally. I mean, I think that's the job. I think that's why it's great, and I also think that's why comedy's booming and we need more of it. I mean, we only know more with technology that's heavy. I mean, if you wake up every day and go on Twitter, you're going to feel bad about the world. Yeah. I do it sometimes. I'm like, things are terrible.
I stopped watching the news, man.
Dude, yeah.
The news is so depressing.
But our job is to provide that for people. That's why you said, like, when you say things you can't really say, I never want to see that change for comedy. And that's really what the job is. Mm-hmm. And that makes it liberating when you do well, like you're doing, because you're like, no, I am, and not to be super philosophical, but like you're wearing the badge of person who does that for everyone. If your ancestors saw what you did in Jersey, they would not believe that to be true. Yeah. Think about that. Like they'd be like, what? Yeah. So it's actually beautiful if you look at it that way. Like it's a duty in a way to bring people together. Because at the end of the day, we all want to laugh and be loved and have food and shelter. I mean, like humans all want the same thing.
Yeah. And what's cool is I'm mixed, and being mixed, two cultures wasn't okay back then. You know. Yeah. So now it's the more and more I talk about being mixed, different. I'm seeing parents and I'm seeing children. I got kids DMing me. Hey, you know what's cool, man? I'm mixed like you, and you're making it okay to be cool. Yeah. And then I hear the little kid in me. He's like, oh wow, I know what he's going through. He might be getting bullied by other people. Yeah. And now I'm saying, oh, it's cool. You know? We're cool.
You're celebrating what once people put you aside as, you know, which took a long time, man. It's an age thing too. It's an age thing. Like, you know, your age, dad doing comedy, you have a perspective like, this is me. I'm going to do my thing, you know, which we all need to get to. It's like we hide behind this stuff because people make us feel like we should be insecure about what we are. It's so silly.
I think the world needs just to go to more comedy shows.
Right.
Not just mine. Anybody. Go to any comedy show.
Yeah.
Just laugh.
Yeah, man.
It's okay to laugh. And if it's making you feel uncomfortable to laugh, that means there's something wrong with you.
Yeah. Oh, I love
Just
when
laugh.
I see people getting like a little off.
Oh, you
like,
can't laugh about that. We're taught not to laugh about
Yeah.
that. Just fucking laugh.
You're in a comedy club.
Yeah.
You can laugh here.
Yeah.
You're at
It's
Jack's
safe.
show. You can laugh
That's
here.
our church,
Exactly. Yeah, man.
right?
Well, listen, I wanted to have you on now, and I appreciate you making the time because we are celebrating you and the Netflix is a Joke Fest
you.
this week.
Yeah.
Guys, if you haven't yet, go see Jack Jr. this week. He's only got one show you could see.
There's only 50 tickets left.
So whoever's here, buy them and sell him out. I want to get you sold out for this last show.
Hell yeah, man.
It's your first show, but your last
It's the
one
third
added.
show. We added it.
Third show added, but the first one on the schedule now.
Yeah.
So go see him at Netflix is a Joke. And man, honestly, as your friend, like it's great to see you killing
you,
it.
bro.
I'm glad just to have this moment with you in here and to also do like to be on stage with you was amazing. Like
Thank you.
Keep rocking, dude.
Oh,
Proud
yeah.
of you. Keep
Yeah.
going. We're celebrating Jack, man. And also follow him. What's your Instagram and everything?
Jack Jr. Comic. Jack JR Comic. It's all
That's it,
across
dude.
the board.
Jack Jr. Comic. Check him out everywhere on Instagram and all things in between. We will see you next week, and we'll see you at the festival this week, guys. Bye.
Bye.
This episode was brought to you by Barefoot Dreams, the comfiest products around, guys. You want to make your life comfier and check out everything they have to offer. It's been so fun getting to know them better with their products. I'm sleeping with their blankets. I'm cuddling up with their robes. I got furniture in the studio now that's also theirs. I got beautiful pillows in my bedroom now. My wife is obsessed with all the Disney stuff they have. They got a great collaboration going on with Disney. They're celebrating their 30th anniversary right now, which is super cool. And as part of the pop-up show, if you put in the keyword pop-up 15, you will get, it's a promo code, pop-up 15, you'll get 15% off your first purchase. Happy 30th anniversary to our sponsor, Barefoot Dreams. Make sure you check them out at barefootdreams.com.